guys, what's going on? Welcome to Travel Feels. Today is another travel day and I haven't started packing yet. Peter is coming to pick me up in like 2 hours and I gotta get this stuff done. And I'm done. Alright, the worst part about traveling is over. We're through, our stuff is all checked in. You should see Peter's massive bag.
Oh, hey there. Just setting up my custom functions because it's been, I don't know, like 2 years since I've actually done this and just realized that, wow, where have I been? Apparently living under a rock.
Alright guys, I'm gonna sleep on the plane, so I will see you there. And we made it! Time to explore Iceland!
Last night I was dreaming out loud. California sun was making my eyes dry. Can we still make it?
It's pretty wet. That waterfall is really soaking us, but we're trying to make do and get some cool shots at the same time. Gotta wipe down every 2 seconds, but it's all good.
Peter, how's the photo shooting?
It's so hard, man. It's great, but I appreciate the challenge, to be honest.
So a lot of people ask me how to become a filmmaker, and yeah, usually I give my usual answer of learn, make, repeat, just get out there and go and do it. But I thought today I'd share some more kind of practical tips, things that you could actually do to become a filmmaker if just like me or this guy.
Do you consider yourself a filmmaker?
No, I don't make films. I'm a YouTuber.
Do you get paid to make films?
Yeah.
So aren't you a filmmaker?
All right, you got me. I guess I'm a filmmaker.
Converted filmmaker right here.
You flipped me.
But first, let's hike.
We're vlogging each other. We're almost there. I could legit turn around right now. I don't even care what's at the top.
How you feeling?
Not great. This better be the best lookout I've ever seen.
California sun was making my eyes dry. Next year.
So we made it to the top of this waterfall. I forget what it's called, but it's a pretty cool waterfall. And yeah, this whole question of how to become a filmmaker, I started thinking about it because I was at church and this lady there, she was asking me for advice on what to tell her daughter who wanted to become a filmmaker. And yeah, all you really have to do in the end is just pick up a camera and start filming, start making anything, and you could call yourself a filmmaker. But I thought I'd give you guys some real concrete tips on how to actually become a filmmaker.
Way too much exertion. Yeah? For too early in the morning.
The reason why we're here in Iceland is actually because Rhino wanted to take us on this cool trip and just show off some of their new products and just hang out. So why don't we introduce the Rhino guys? Were you gonna say something?
No, I was just excited, so.
Oh, okay.
We're all excited.
Who are you guys?
I'm Kyle with Rhino.
I'm Edward. What's up?
And what do you guys do?
Well, right now we're in Iceland. That's what I do. I do Iceland.
And in your normal day-to-day stuff you do?
I run Rhino Camera Gear. We make camera sliders, camera movement, all sorts of fun stuff.
And I basically do all the social media and video content for Rhino. So it's pretty cool out here in Iceland getting some epic footage.
Yeah, would you say, is it Iceland or Iceland? Iceland? Iceland. Think about it.
Which is it? You guys should definitely check them out. They make some really cool products. And I think you guys have a really cool giveaway going on, right? Right?
Yeah. If you want to win a trip to Iceland for you and a buddy, all you got to do is enter. There's like, 20 ways to enter. You can get a ton of entries and you get to go to Iceland with a friend and win a ton of free swag. So it's pretty hard to beat.
So basically, if you want to become a filmmaker, you just got to listen to my tips and then you just enter these guys' contests and there you go. You go to Iceland and you become a filmmaker. Boom.
Guys, check out our wheels. Pretty dang sweet. Defender. Peter, are you gonna drive?
I can't drive stick, man.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
never learned. But thanks for pointing it out so that everyone can now comment below about how stupid I am.
And off to the next spot.
I'll keep on dreaming out loud tonight. Summer's over and you still haven't called me back.
All right, so we're out here doing a little drone session. I just finished following the Defender through this epic landscape. Look at this place. It's like we're on another planet or something. And the first tip I would say is to invest in some gear. So you want to become a filmmaker, you're going to need to get a camera. And really it doesn't matter what camera you get in the beginning, but I would suggest something that you can actually change the lenses on. So for example, one of the cheaper Canons that you can actually switch the lenses, and that way you can invest in some lenses at the same time, and those lenses will carry on to other bodies, other cameras that you end up buying later on. And you're going to need some basics like a microphone and maybe some sort of stabilizer, whether it's a tripod or a monopod or a gimbal or something. But don't worry about getting all that stuff all at once. Just start out with a camera and slowly build up to it. And also another thing, don't buy too much gear. You don't need all the gear in the world right away to start with. Just get the essentials, and that's gonna be enough when you're starting out. And tip number 2, just like these guys are doing right now, is to actually use that gear. So many people buy camera gear, they buy a new camera or drone or something, and then they end up never using it. You need to use that gear so that you know the ins and outs of how that camera works, so that you can actually start capturing really good stuff and go forwards as a filmmaker. So use that stuff that you invest your money in. It sounds ridiculous, but really a lot of people end up buying cameras and they barely ever use them.
Peter, how'd the drone flying go?
Battery number 2. Woo! That should tell you. I was far from home, like pushing it big time, but that's what you got to do to get those shots, right?
That's right. Use that gear.
Last night I was screaming out loud, California sun was making my eyes dry. Can we still make it happen? It's worth a try.
We have a problem. We just drove for like probably an hour and this. Not passable. That sucks. But while we're here, I thought I'd tell you guys tip number 3, and that's just to learn. You gotta learn. And that's the big thing with actually using that gear that you invested in, is to learn. And a lot of people just don't see it that way. They think, oh, I don't have anything to shoot or blah, blah, blah. But really, you need to be learning. Find every tutorial you can find online, on my channel, on Peter's channel, on anything you can find, all the blogs. Learn as much as you can, and that is going to be one of your biggest roads to becoming a filmmaker. I cannot stress this enough. You need to be learning all the time, and that really doesn't end. I'm still to this day, every day, watching some sort of tutorial or trying to learn something new while I'm shooting. So make sure you guys are learning too if you want to be a filmmaker.
Check out these views while we're here.
And a great way to learn is to actually start your own project. That's tip number 4, start your own project. And the big reason for that is that in the beginning, nobody's gonna pay you to make a film if they haven't seen any of your work. So you need to get something done, whether it's a travel film or you're filming your friends, anything. Try to get some sort of project going, because it's a really good way to learn, but also it's gonna give you some sort of credibility that you can actually make films and that other people are gonna see you as a filmmaker. So get yourself a project organized, make it happen. Nobody else is gonna do it for you, so you need to do it yourself. Almost bailed.
What's up there? Boss man over there. I made it.
How good does that feel?
Feels good.
It's super soft, isn't it?
My lungs don't feel good though.
We're just dying today, aren't we?
Woo, I'm on top of the world.
While we're on this little ledge of death, might as well talk about tip number 5? 6? 5. Tip number 5 is to not worry about getting paid. I think it's actually kind of bad to have that stress of getting paid, because then you have to really deliver, and there's a lot of pressure around that. And when you're not that good at filmmaking yet, it can really be crippling. It's not necessarily a good experience. So don't worry about getting paid. Just make stuff, get it out there, and someday you'll get paid for sure. But don't get caught up in the money right away.
All right, now how do we get down from here? Peter, help me. If you fall, I got it on camera. All right. Time to get down.
And then tip number 6 is to find some other creatives that are about the same level as you. And that's really important, because a lot of people end up trying to reach out and trying to connect with filmmakers that are way better than them. And really, that's probably not going to work very often. You need to find people that are at the same level as you, or hopefully a little bit better, because it really does help to learn from people that are better than you. But don't go too high up, because you probably won't even get an answer from them, because you don't really have much to offer them. So try to find some other creatives that are at the same skill level as you, make some projects with them, learn with them. happening here is we're planning on going through that with this, and I'm gonna be flying the drone, and then Peter's gonna be using this thing.
Peter's gonna be on the Movi Pro,
Oh yeah.
and then Edward's gonna be on a Ronin filming Peter on the Movi. This is like gimbal inception or something. How you feeling about the Movi Pro?
I want to eat it. It's so delicious. I would if I could.
And while they're setting up, I just thought I'd go into the last tip, which is just to get good at filmmaking. It sounds really simple, but people get caught up in all sorts of other stuff, whether it's gear and audience and getting recognition. And really, you should just be trying to get good at filmmaking, because that's what's going to get you to become a filmmaker, so that you can travel or do short films or whatever it is that you're interested in, whatever the kind of filmmaking that you want to do is. You just got to get good at it. Once you get good at it, all those doors will start opening up. You'll start making money from it. You'll have all these opportunities. But if you're not good, no matter how much good gear and all this other stuff you have, it doesn't really matter unless you can actually produce something. So put all your effort into actually getting good at filmmaking. That's gonna be the biggest deciding factor. And it's really simple, and it sounds kind of almost dumb to say, but people just get caught up in all this other stuff when really that's all you have to do, and you're gonna end up becoming a filmmaker if you can focus on that one thing. But that's all you really gotta do, is just try and get good. Simple as that.
How'd it go?
So good. Like, I feel like I'm gonna vomit because I've never run that fast. That's like running with Casey Neistat fast. But it was great. The footage looks ridiculous, so I'm pumped. So
Killed it.
Yeah, I think we crushed that little sequence there. That was pretty sick. And that's what years and years of doing all of those tips that I just listed gets you, is that sequence right there. All right, guys, shoot is done. We got some epic footage. Super happy about it. Great first day in Iceland. And hey, if you want to win a trip to Iceland for you and a friend, check the link in the description. Check it down below. I'm gonna put this down. Check it down below, and it's gonna be a great way to start your filmmaking journey. If you win this trip, you're gonna get a really sweet personal project, and you can just film away in this epicness all over. Guys, I hope you like this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the community, and as always, enjoy the filmmaking process and go get some of those travel feels.